Once again, welcome back to the program. ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਸੈਗਮੈਂਟ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੇਰਾ ਸਾਥ ਦੇਣਗੇ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਸੁਮਨ ਅਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਕਿ ਕਿਸ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਪੇਟ ਦੀਆਂ ਬਿਮਾਰੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਤੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਬਚ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਗੈਸਟਰੋ ਇੰਟੈਸਟਾਈਨਲ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮਸ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਵੱਧਦੀਆਂ ਜਾ ਰਹੀਆਂ ਨੇ। ਇਸ ਦਾ ਕੀ ਕਾਰਨ ਹੈ, ਕੀ ਇਸ ਦਾ ਬੇਸਿਕ ਸੋਲੂਸ਼ਨ ਹੈ ਬਿਨਾਂ ਕੋਈ ਮੈਡੀਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਕੀਤੇ ਹੋਏ। ਡਾਕਟਰ ਸੁਮਨ ਪੀਸ ਟਰੀ ਸੁਸਾਇਟੀ ਚਲਾਉਂਦੇ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਖਾਸ ਤੌਰ ਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਸਪਿਰਿਚੁਅਲਿਸਟ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਮੰਨਣਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਆਪਣੀ ਸੋਚ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਤਬਦੀਲੀ ਲਿਆਵਾਂਗੇ, ਆਪਣੇ ਰਹਿਣ ਸਹਿਣ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੁਝ ਚੇਂਜਸ ਲਿਆਵਾਂਗੇ ਤਾਂ ਆਟੋਮੈਟਿਕਲੀ ਸਾਡਾ ਜੀਵਨ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ ਖੁਸ਼ਹਾਲ ਹੋਏਗਾ। स्वागत करते हैं डॉक्टर सुमन का। वेलकम टू द प्रोग्राम।
नमस्ते
नमस्कार जी, थैंक यू।
थैंक यू।
बहुत सारी प्रॉब्लम्स बढ़ती जा रही हैं लोगों की, ख़ास तौर के ऊपर जब हम पेट की बात करते हैं तो गैस होनी, ब्लोटिंग होनी और बहुत सारी प्रॉब्लम्स जो हैं वो सामने आ रही हैं। सो फ्रॉम अ स्पिरिचुअल परस्पेक्टिव आज बात करते हैं कि कैसे अपने आप को हम सेहतमंद रख सकते हैं। वी हैव टॉक्ड अ लॉट अबाउट आवर सोल, बट until unless the body is fit, the mind cannot be still, you know.
Correct.
So let's talk कि भाई ये जो gastrointestinal problems हैं इनके क्या कारण क्या हैं और कैसे हम इससे बच सकते हैं।
Beautiful. So before we go to the soul, as always, we'll start with the body
Absolutely.
and the mind. In fact, even before that, I'll share my own journey, which I think people can relate to, right? So disclaimer, I am not a gastroenterologist,
Right.
okay? I am a veterinary doctor,
Right.
originally animal doctor.
Right.
But I have been on the other side. I have met many gastroenterologists in my life because I had a lot of gastrointestinal problems.
Okay.
So starting from my childhood, you know, as a child growing up, I used to have that stress and worry about everything. Like when I meet people who are rude, harsh, you know, anger, hatred, when I used to see that, it used to stress me out. So I had a lot of social stress as a child, worrying about, oh my God, what is this world made up of? So many bad things, bad people, and environment and all of that.
Right.
And then eventually that became worse when I left at a high school level to my college. I left my parents and stayed in a different city. And then it became worse because now I'm alone, I'm exposed to everything, there is a lot of stress. And in that process, I actually came across a very interesting book called Why Zebras Don't Get Ulcers. Right? A very interesting book for a veterinarian especially.
Yeah, absolutely.
So this was written by a famous neuroscientist from Stanford called Dr. Robert Sapolsky.
Okay.
So basically what he says is zebras, they don't get ulcers because they live in the present moment.
Right.
When there is a threat in zebra's life, like let's say a lion is chasing it, it's in stress for that time.
Right.
There is sympathetic nervous system that gets triggered. All these hormones are out, adrenaline, norepinephrine, cortisol. And then after the threat is over, if the zebra survives,
They're normal.
Normal. Just comes back
They don't
to
think about it that a lion was after them or anything.
Exactly. They don't ruminate on the past, they just ruminate on the grass. Whereas humans, we can trigger the same stress response that zebras triggered without real lions and tigers, with just our thoughts.
Okay.
So then I realized, wow, all this time I had going through all these gastrointestinal problems is because of the subconscious stress that I had about stuff in my life. I was worried about all this stuff, anxious about stuff that may happen, may not happen.
Right.
So all these things are the root cause of 90% of the gastrointestinal problems that we see out there today.
That's really interesting. Of course, you know, like thought triggers and your mind starts working on that and it leads to stress and it leads to digestive problems.
Exactly. And in fact, we can relate to, like anyone can relate to this, right? You have that butterflies running feeling in your tummy when you're facing like a stressful situation.
Right.
It's all because, interestingly, if you look at our gastrointestinal tract, we need to understand that a little bit, right? GI tract, gastrointestinal tract, is not just this pipe which runs from top to bottom with all these pipes going around inside, right? It's actually very smart. In fact, the modern science research proves that there is a second brain in our body, in our gut.
Wow.
This is the brain which is called the central nervous system, right? Which we all know, which is thinking. But there is a brain called enteric nervous system. It's called the gut brain, actually, enteric nervous system.
Okay.
And it has about 100 million neurons in it.
Wow.
It is about 1/200th time neurons that are in the brain, right? So it's a very powerful organ that's actually thinking constantly, that's actually perceiving threat, perceiving stress in your environment, and it's autonomous on its own, actually, it's functioning.
Right.
So whenever there is just change in your system, in your environment, either external or in your mind, your gut gets immediately impacted. And not only that, there is another interesting aspect of our existence called microbiome, right? Basically, we think that this is the body that we have, right? There are trillions of cells in our body. But what scientists have found now is that for every cell in our body, there are 10 equivalent bacterial yeast cells in our body. So let's say you have 1 trillion cells, like entire cells if you count, there are 10 trillion microorganisms in your body.
Wow.
So now you tell me, are we really human beings? No, we are micro-organic beings, I guess, microorganism being.
Right.
We are not even humans. Like we take this, I don't even know where this ego comes from for us. We are a colony of bacteria.
Right.
To be, and we talked that in the last episode that
Yeah.
we are actually cosmic stardust.
Right.
We are not even this so-called human being, and we live with this big ego, which is the cause of a lot of gastrointestinal problems,
Right.
because your ego is identifying with false things in your environment, the emotions and the stress, and you're going through suffering. So especially your gastrointestinal tract, now it has 100 million neurons, and it also has millions of bacteria,
Right.
which are helping our food to digest and absorb.
So what now needs to be done? What are the basic tips what you would like to recommend?
So one biggest problem I see out there is constipation,
Yeah.
right? Everybody is constipated. Of course, mental constipation is there.
That's a separate
That-
issue, yeah.
that's
a
separate-
major problem,
that's a
rather.
problem, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Which
in
leads
fact-
to all other problems.
Exactly, which is
Yeah.
what Sunita says. Mental constipation leads to physical constipation, right?
Right.
We'll talk about the mind. So, but on a day-to-day practical basis, what she says is every day morning, drink lots of warm water.
Okay.
Fill your tummy so much that literally you feel like vomiting. Like you're filling your water till here, like filling it all with warm water. And she says do this before 9 a.m. in the body, especially because 8 hours in the night when you're sleeping, your body is completely dehydrated. Actually, you don't realize it.
Right.
The brain is dehydrated with water because they haven't given water for 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours. So giving that water first hydrates your system, and then it also starts to move your bowels,
Right.
so that you have proper elimination. Proper elimination is very important. Without elimination, nothing will happen. So
Right.
that's very important, the first step. And then having good breakfast, not just simple white bread and white flour related food, pastries and croissants and all of that stuff that we eat in, you know, the junk food. It's all quick and fast, it's easy, but it has long-term bad effects on your gut.
Right.
So having good fiber in your breakfast, like with oats and lots of nuts like almonds, walnuts, raisins, all of these have lots of fiber.
Right.
And a good banana, nice banana,
Okay.
it again gives a lot of potassium and also starts to move your bowel. We need to keep the bowel moving and active, right?
Right.
So that the elimination happens properly. And then of course she also has this amazing drink that she taught many of the students, hundreds and thousands of students who have come to her, called Vata Pitta drink. Vata
Okay.
Pitta Kapha drink, right? Basically what it does, it balances all the energies in your body, it detoxes. And this drink is prepared with simple kitchen mein jo bhi hamare spices hote hain, like
Yeah.
you know, cumin and ajwan and cinnamon and cloves and ginger
Right.
and all of that, right? And the recipe is there on the YouTube channel of Peace Tree.
Okay.
So Sunita ji's recipe, anyone can go and follow that. She actually demonstrated how to make it
Okay.
on even City TV, breakfast television and all of those shows.
Right.
So you can use that. So that detoxes your system completely.
Okay.
And for your lunch, please stop white rice. If you're eating white rice or chapatis or rotis or naans with white flour, completely avoid it. Maybe once in a blue moon it's okay, in a
Right.
party or in a get together, it's fine. But on a day-to-day basis, no white flour, no white rice.
So
Shift
increase
to
the fiber
brown.
content, that's
Fiber
what you're
content.
saying. Okay.
Brown rice.
Right.
Brown rice will again have lots of fiber in it, right?
Right.
Whole wheat, again lots of fiber in it. And then another important, of course, lots of vegetables. And we especially have a lot of habit of eating those vegetables fried. We fry them, don't do that. Steam them, simple steaming and putting spices in it and then having it is very healthy.
Right.
And another very important thing, especially for your gut, is probiotics like yogurt is
Yeah.
very good. And also there are other probiotics like kefir, which are even more better
Yeah.
than yogurt because it has lots of bacteria which are beneficial. And also fermented vegetables like sauerkraut, right? Kimchi, and even in our Indian culture, we pickle a lot of these vegetables, right?
Right.
Pickled vegetables, what they do is they ferment and then they develop this bacteria which are very important, like lactobacillus and other bacteria.
Right.
So these are simple lifestyle changes in terms of food,
Right.
feeding the body. And now coming to the mind,
Yeah.
which is the root, and that is where practices like Sukshma helped me at 33, helped my father at 63. He also had a big history of IBS,
Right.
and when he came to Sunita ji, completely gone, became very strong. So simple lifestyle shifts like keeping that positive mind,
Right.
keeping those positive thoughts, living in the present moment, catching that pure self, pure energy, not getting shaken by these things that happen in your mind.
Let not the
internally and
external
externally.
circumstances control you, but your inner strength should be so much that you're able to, face up whatever comes to you.
Exactly.
Right.
And there are trillions of cells in your body, and we think, there is God out there somewhere, and we do all these mistakes in our life, abuse our body, abuse our thoughts. But I tell you, the greatest God in the world is in your cells.
Absolutely.
Your trillions of cells are eavesdropping on your thoughts and your actions every second. outcome of most of the illnesses that we are seeing out there today is because we abuse it. So first, be truthful to yourself, honest to yourself. How do you do that? By making healthy lifestyle choices for mind and body, and making sure the God that cells inside you, every cell is listening to your beautiful thoughts, and the cells will start to heal not naturally.
Right. Well, that's wonderful. And even Gurbani also says, Man bach karam prab ek thai. Means with your mind, with your body action, and your thoughts, once they are aligned, definitely you can find God.
Beautiful.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. ਸੋ ਅੱਜ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਸੁਮਨ ਨੇ ਜੋ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕੀਤੀ ਉਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਨਸਟੀਪੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਜੋ ਕਿਹਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਇੱਕ ਬੜੀ ਵੱਡੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਬਣੀ ਪਈ ਹੈ। ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਡੀ ਗੱਲ ਤਾਂ ਹੈਗੀ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਖਾਣ ਪੀਣ ਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਿਸਟਮ ਹੈਗਾ ਉਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤਬਦੀਲੀ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਹੈ। ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਦੇਖ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਖਾਸ ਤੌਰ 'ਤੇ ਸਾਊਥ ਏਸ਼ੀਅਨਸ ਵਿੱਚ, ਇੰਡੋ ਕੈਨੇਡੀਅਨਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਡਾਇਬੀਟੀਜ਼, ਹਾਈਪਰਟੈਂਸ਼ਨ, ਬਲੱਡ ਪ੍ਰੈਸ਼ਰ, ਇਹ ਬਿਮਾਰੀਆਂ ਵੱਧਦੀਆਂ ਜਾ ਰਹੀਆਂ ਨੇ। ਇਸ ਦਾ ਕਾਰਨ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਵਾਈਟ ਫਲੋਰ ਜੋ ਅਸੀਂ ਖਾਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਚੀਨੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਖਾਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਇਹਨਾਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਦਾ ਸੇਵਨ ਘੱਟ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾਏ, ਫਾਈਬਰ ਦਾ ਇਨਟੇਕ ਵਧਾਇਆ ਜਾਏ, ਸਵੇਰੇ ਉੱਠ ਕੇ ਵਾਰਮ ਵਾਟਰ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਉਹ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਪੀਤਾ ਜਾਏ। ਤੇ ਉਸ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜਦੋਂ ਫਾਈਬਰ ਇਨਟੇਕ ਸਾਡਾ ਵਧੇਗਾ ਤਾਂ ਆਟੋਮੈਟਿਕਲੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਸਰੀਰ ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਿਸਟਮ ਹੈਗਾ ਉਹ ਠੀਕ ਹੋਏਗਾ। ਪਰ ਉਸ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਮੈਂਟਲ ਕਨਸਟੀਪੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਗੱਲ ਕੀਤੀ, ਇਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਹੈ। ਮਾਈਂਡ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਐਵੇਂ ਹੀ ਨੈਗੇਟਿਵ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਭਾਰੂ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੀਤੀਆਂ ਹੋਈਆਂ ਨੇ, ਉਹ ਕੀ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ, ਇਹ ਕੀ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ, ਅਸੀਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾਤਰ ਸਮਾਂ ਆਪਣਾ ਇਸ ਚੀਜ਼ ਬਿਤਾ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਨੂੰ ਪੋਜ਼ਿਟਿਵ ਰੱਖੀਏ, ਪੋਜ਼ਿਟਿਵ ਥਾਟ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਗਾਈਡ ਕਰਨ ਤੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਜੀਵਨ ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਬਿਹਤਰ ਕਰਕੇ ਮੈਡੀਟੇਸ਼ਨ ਰਾਹੀਂ, ਜਿਸ ਵੀ ਧਰਮ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਆਸਥਾ ਹੈ, ਹਰ ਇੱਕ ਧਰਮ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਚੰਗੇ ਇਨਸਾਨ ਬਣੀਏ, ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰੀਏ ਦੂਸਰਿਆਂ ਦੀ, ਅਤੇ ਚੰਗੇ ਇਨਸਾਨ ਬਣ ਕੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਅੱਗੇ ਆਵਾਂਗੇ ਤਾਂ ਆਟੋਮੈਟਿਕਲੀ ਇਹ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਸਾਡੇ ਸਰੀਰ ਦੀਆਂ ਵੀ ਖਤਮ ਹੋ ਜਾਣਗੀਆਂ।